So I've got my tank made. Outlet here, return hose can go in here. Obviously fill it from there, crack it a bit so it vents. It's really only to run it while, you know, to see if she goes. Cabling to remotely mount the battery, because that's a bugger to get in and out. So I'll try and fit her up. Well, got my remote cables on. Boom, boom. So now I'll just basically connect it up to the battery. You might see if she cranks over. I thought I'd better put some tape around this, because you know, if I go and fit the blow off valve or something steel and it touches it, it'd have a big arc out. Well, the battery is connected up. I'm just gonna cover up this return line. I don't know what'll come out of that. Spray a bit of CRC just in this fuel pump. Alright, what's going to happen? Still no fuel, I just want to make sure that pump works and whatnot. Oh yeah, kill switch, here we go. I can hear the oil scavenge pump working, or trying to work. Yep, I can feel that working good now. No fuel pump, but it probably comes on when you crank it over. Just tap the button, I suppose. No, nothing. Check this thing out. It's a cordless test light, so there's no earth lead that normally goes from here to earth. You basically make sure that you touch this part of it here. Use the probe where you like. A bit hard doing it one-handed, but you're the earth. How cool is that? Yeah, so this little pump here returns the oil from the turbo, and what I noticed was the actual oil level was quite low when I looked at it yesterday. I can see it's actually pumped it all back to the engine now, so it must have just had a belly full of oil sitting in that scavenge pump system, so that's all returned to the tank. Yeah, and I still got to figure out why she won't crank over. Just had a flashback, guys. Tucked back here. I think we need this bit, eh? Let's put him on. Rightio. Now let's see what happens. Nothing. So now I can't hear the little oil pump. So I just ripped out and grabbed my multimeter. And yeah, so we got 8 volts with the key off. We got a flat battery. I'll get another one. Suppose I'll try and get that fuel tank set up. I used to hate this little boat being in here and trying to work around it. It's actually pretty handy as a bench. Now it's holding me fuel can. I'll run the fuel lines. I do need to get a good inline filter, just because I want to make sure that this is a clean jerry can, but in case there's any bits and pieces from where we welded to it. Right, there's the remote fuel tank. Basically, there's the outlet. In here, I'll put a inline fuel filter, just in case there was any debris in that fuel tank from when we welded it. It goes up to the fuel pump. Through the fuel pump, it'll travel through the fuel rail, back to the regulator. The regulator, from there, it returns back to the tank, which what I'll do is I'll disconnect this line here and be able to purge the old fuel that might be in the fuel system into another container, not back into my tank. And yeah, we'll see if we can get it going. Thanks heaps for subscribing and liking, and see you soon. Just got to show you this again. Watch this. Earth me little finger out. That's so cool, so handy. And I thought I'd seen everything.